What is your favorite insult? My baby cousin was like 12 and she observed my very rotund brother and his very tall, skinny girlfriend and said genuinely, "You guys make a perfect 10. Maybe the funniest unintentional insult I've heard. I thought it implied that they were ugly enough that their combined looks made them 10 out of 10. Now I see you mean they make the numerals in 10. I thought the same, thanks for explaining LMAO, it's even funnier that way. I bet your mum doesn't put your coloring pages on the fridge. Was babysitting my 5-year-old cousin and was just talking shoot with the little dude, having fun, when he busts that shootout. Hurts, man. That would 100% earn a listen here, you little shoot. From me, not gonna lie, so hurtful. It would have left its mark on me for eternity if not for the fact that I double bounced the little shoot to the moon on the trampoline later that day. Yes, yes. Yeet the child. I'm not saying you're the dumbest person in the world, you just better hope they don't die. I don't know what's wrong with you, but I'm sure it's hard to pronounce. Or the one from Monster House. I don't know what's wrong with you, but I'm sure it's got letters and that they make pills for it. I envy people who don't know you. I really like this one. I think your family tree is a wreath. Your family tree is a cactus. All pricks. Your family tree is actually bamboo. I don't respect you enough to be insulted by you. This is actually a life motto. If you wouldn't take advice from a person, do not take their criticism into your head. Insults. That would have hurt my feelings. If your opinion held any value. I'm from Germany, and one of my favorites is Hartgeldnut, which literally translates to hard money whore, meaning you're such a cheap whore that you get paid in coins. Reminds me of Afrikaans, which has Jou mammy nai vibakstein om jou sissy sa ho ho's tea bow. Your mother sucks dong 4 bricks to build your sister's whorehouse. That's oddly specific, but also great. A guy walks in and sits down at a bar. The side of his face is bruised and bleeding, so the bartender asks, "What in the world happened to you, buddy?" The guy says, "Oh, I got in a fight with my girlfriend and I called her a 2-bit whore." "Yeah," says the bartender. "What did she do?" "She hit me with her bag of quarters." I love that. An English variant could be loose change trollop. I've heard 2-bit whore before. Some woman to Churchill. "If I were your wife I'd poison your tea." Churchill. "If you were my wife I'd drink it." Another great one is this exchange. "Sure," said Fassina note to Winston Churchill. "Enclosed 2 tickets to first night of my new play. Bring a friend, if you have one." Churchill. "Cannot possibly attend first night. Will attend second night, if there is one." Recently heard another Churchill line. Woman speaking to Churchill. "You're a drunk." Churchill. "And you're ugly, but in the morning, I'll be sober." Churchill was apparently sunbathing naked with just a hat over his winky when a woman walked by and stated it's common courtesy to tip your hat for a lady, to which Churchill responded, "If you weren't so ugly it would tip itself." That's too absurd to be true. Most of these clever jokes about Churchill, and I guess about anybody famous, are apocryphal, or in simple words, lies. Hope your day is as nice as you. It works, because it can go either way and double shames them for choosing to be terrible. I've also heard it as "may your day be as pleasant as you are." A favorite of frontline staff. It's great, because if they get offended, it proves you are right and they can't get mad at a correct fact. They can't get mad at a correct fact. Good luck with that, lol. I was about to say, clearly this person never watched TV lately, or worked in customer service, ever. I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. Is one I like to use when some dolt isn't getting a simple concept. I use this. I also like "I could agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong." I already didn't expect anything from you and you still disappointed me. I also like "you are impossible to underestimate." Reminds me of Firefly. Well, my days of not taking you seriously are certainly coming to a middle. That's not even the Firefly line I'd use. You weren't burdened with an overabundance of schooling, were you? I usually go with disappointed, but not surprised. The only thing smaller than your dreams is the likelihood of you achieving them. Oof. That was not even directed at me and I felt hurt. My then 6-year-old daughter was having a little jokey argument with my best friend, calling each other smelly etc. Out of nowhere she said he looks like a drop pie. It floored me and I love reminding my buddy about it. This is similar to my favorite one. Face like a bucket of smashed crabs. A punched lasagna. A face like a melted welly. Or a face that doked 4 chips. Face like a bulldog chewing on a wasp. When my youngest daughter was 5 she was telling me about some girl in kindergarten who was being mean to someone and starts with "So this girl named Ayla. She thinks she's fancy, but she's not." Still one of my go-to insults 6 years later. Your spare parts, bud. You should carry a plant to replace all the air you're wasting. See the muscle shirt came today, muscles coming tomorrow. I read you complete spatula somewhere on Reddit once and it always stuck with me. Should have used a non-stick spatula then. I hate you. Oh, that's a good one. British. Has to be British. Can't hear it in any other accent. Works in all English, Scottish, Welsh and NI accents. In my head at least. Too right, you frickin' spanner. Everyone that loves you is wrong. Something about that just tickles me. And happy cake day, my guy. It's the bluntness of it I feel. Jesus loves you, but everyone else thinks you aren't. If they're being a dong to you. I've heard worse from better people. Your a-hole must be jealous of all the shoot coming out your mouth right now. Ima steal that one. No, I stole it first. Similar one I heard. You're so full of shoot, the toilet's jealous. You push a lot of doors that say pull, don't you? You're the reason shampoo comes with instructions. You couldn't pour water out of a boot if the instructions were written on the heel. You had to climb a glass wall to see what's on the other side. You race against parked cars. Oh, I like those too. To be fair, I push a lot of doors marked pull. Proud graduate of Midvale School for the Gifted. You're not pretty enough to be as dumb as you are. I got this from another thread, but it stick with me. Your grades say marry rich, but your looks say study harder. When I was little and made any mistake, my older brother used to say to me,
जिसमें जितना दिमाग होगा वो उतना ही लगाएगा.
Translation. One will act according to his mental capabilities. And it would be near the end of my teens when I truly got the meaning of this. You know, if it took me this long then I probably deserved it. Edit. I only realized this was an insult when I said this to someone really annoying. Basically what Forrest Gump's mum told him. Stupid is as stupid does. He's as smart as I am hairy. Dude I met on Xbox love going through chemo. Is that a dating site? I'll go get myself out now. That explains why everyone there claims to have fricked my mom. Your mum's got 2 aunts and you're one of them. Remember a guy that said to Jake Paul your mum is the only one woman in the world that has 3 aunts. If you were any more inbred you'd be a fricking sandwich. If your family tree was any straighter you could hang power lines from it. Your family tree must be a circle. Aunt. Not to be confused with sick aunt, which is an Australian compliment of the highest order. Or a fully sick aunt that's about as high on the totem pole as you can get. Or someone might be a mad aunt too. All good things. Or if you really don't like them they're a right aunt. My weed dealer called me a good aunt one time. It's still my favorite compliment I've ever received. You could fall into a barrel of tits and come out sucking your thumb. I used to work with this guy that had 1 foot out the door headed for retirement. I mean he gave 0 fricks. This reminds me of something he once said. I have such bad luck it could be raining pussy outside. I walk out, look up at the sky and get hit right in the mouth with a dong. The "you're literally too stupid to insult" line from Hangover is still pretty damn good. Thank you. My mother is a pile of ashes and she's still wetter than any girl sharing a room with you. That's cold. Just the girl sharing the bedroom with him. Only use this if you're seriously going for the kill shot. Damn. This makes most of the others look incredibly tame. You factory reject dildo. You're right at the top of the bell curve. Calling someone average doesn't feel too insulting. I'd be insulted by it, but then again I have an inferiority complex. I like ones like this. You could say that with a smile and they wouldn't even realize they were being insulted. Until later. Reminds me of my favorite one from Firefly. Well, it looks like my days of not taking you seriously have come to a middle. I like saying you melon. For example, that's the wrong door, you melon. I do the same, but with kumquat. You 6-piece chicken mac nobody. Space ghost, baby. Asking an emo if they get jealous when their phone dies. I am cracking up at this. Thank you. You're not attractive enough to be that mean and stupid. You need to pick at least one redeeming quality. Your personality is more your problem than mine. Or, you absolute muppet. Why did I read you absolute muppet in a screaming Gordon Ramsay voice? I'd call you a aunt, but you lack the warmth and depth. I wonder how many 300-pound neckbeards have used this after reading it from Reddit over the past decade. The traffic lights in GTA have more use than you.